My dad told me I would regret my tattoos. I was 18, I didn't listen, and I regret all my tattoos, especially this stupid bird. Like, bro, these are supposed to be clowns, bro.
Literally, one of my biggest regrets in life was getting my chest tattoo. I made a mistake as a teenager, and at the time, it seemed like a great idea, but now I'm dealing with the consequences. The regret is real. And although the pain is subjective, and I'm a big baby, laser removal is super, super painful.
So I've been getting a ton of videos on here of people talking about tattoo regret, and I gotta be honest, I've never related to something less. I know that there's other people like me, and I feel bad for them. Like,
hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be talking about tattoo regret, ink that didn't age well. Yep, many people love their tattoos, but some later wish they had chosen differently. Tattoo regret can come from rash decisions, changing tastes, or poor quality work. What once felt meaningful might not hold the same value years later. It's a reminder that permanent choices deserve careful thoughts. So guys, without further ado, guys, let's dive into the videos and watch.
For the first time in my life, I actually kind of regret getting tattoos. And I don't have anything crazy. I have like a bunch of small ones. I have a bigger one on my ribs. But I always hated the saying, would you put a bumper sticker on a Lamborghini? And I always said, well, if I didn't think bumper stickers were heinous, I probably would. And now I'm like, I have a whole different perspective, because I'm like, why would I mark up this body that God has given me? Like, this body is not even my own. It belongs to the Lord. It belongs to Him. Like, who am I to put these markings all over my body? And that's just been like a recent conviction of mine. For a while now, I said I would never get more tattoos, but now not only would I not get tattoos, I literally want to have a pencil eraser and erase every tattoo on my body. I just, in every video and every picture, I'm just like, oh, it doesn't belong there. I want my skin to look fresh. I want it to look clean. I don't want it to look doodled on. I don't want to, and you know, I have this one on the back of my arm. I have a Bible verse on my wrist that I got literally before I was even saved. I have a matching tattoo on my ankle with my mom. I have one on the back of my neck, the sun and the moon. I have one on my ribs that's like this body with flowers growing out of the head.
Yeah, interesting guys. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And please like, share, subscribe. It's really important for me. I've tried to grow this channel, and I do appreciate this, guys. Okay, guys, let's dive into the next video and watch.
I regret every single one of my tattoos, all of them. When I got them, I was like, oh, this isn't something that I'm ever going to want off me. This is like a chapter in my life. This is something that I went through. It's a memory, so it's just going to be there. Tattoos are something that will make you feel uncomfortable and awkward as hell in situations that you never thought you were going to give a shit about, but really you do, because appearance does help people gauge what kind of person you are, what kind of lifestyle you live, and if they want to be associated with you or not. It can hinder you in job situations. It can hinder you in business dealings. It can hinder you in your child having friends with other people and their families, because they're going to look at you and think whatever. And you can always say, oh yeah, like, I don't care what people think. It's not about them. It's about me. Young people, trust me when I tell you this. You will almost certainly regret all of your tattoos, especially when you become a parent. I promise you're going to regret them. Unless you are in the lifestyle of like tattoo artistry. When you're 40, you're going to regret it. And when you're 80, it's going to look like a blob on you. These things are an embarrassment. I'm ashamed. And I wish to hell I could get them off. You couldn't have told me shit when I was 23 years old. You couldn't have told me I wasn't going to love the tattoos for the rest of my life. Now I'm stuck with my birthday on my arm and a diamond next to it because I didn't know what to get, but I wanted something on my arm, and now it's just ridiculous. There's a lot of situations where I meet people and I go to shake their hand and they see all this stuff, and I just know they're formulating like some sort of idea of who I am. And I know that tattoos should not be an indication of your character or your lifestyle. But we are living in reality, not Delulu land. So we are going to understand and agree right now that it is. When you see him, it is. When I see him, it is. You deduce what you're dealing with based on the person's physical appearance. I hope I de-influence somebody, and I hope that person's not going to get a tattoo because of me. So check out those 18-month ones that fade. It's your best bet. Love y'all. See you later.
Yeah, what do you think about that, guys? You know, definitely I hope this lady gonna be okay and she will be able to remove the tattoos if she don't like it. But in any case, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about that? Like, do you need to have a lot of tattoos or a little one? Like, what kind of tattoos? I will be very happy to read all the comments. I'm trying to read all the comments right now. Okay guys, let's dive to the next video and watch.
Why the fuck did I get tattoos? I wish I could just go back in time and been getting this one removed for damn near a fucking year. Where's the progress? Sure, it's faded a little bit, but I need it off my fucking body. My friend convinced me. We got matching tattoos, and she convinced me to get it this big. I wanted it smaller. Why am I such a pushover? I don't even talk to her anymore. And don't get me started on my fucking back tattoo. Got the first one when I was 17, covered that shit up with a huge ass fucking snake at 19. Why? Why did I do that? Now I'm getting this shit removed, and it's so fucking painful, and I just want to... People go, oh my gosh, I didn't know you have tattoos. Yes, because I fucking cover it, because I wear a jacket 24/7, because they're ugly, because I don't feel like myself. I don't feel feminine. I don't feel comfortable in my own body. And I'm turning 24, and I want it off of me by the time I turn 25, but I know that's not gonna fucking happen. So really think your tattoos through. Maybe don't get it as big as I did or as young as I did, because like I said.
Yeah, I feel sorry for this lady, so she probably definitely regret of her tattoos, especially this big snake on her back. So I hope everything's gonna be okay with her. She will be able to remove it, and after that she will be able to wear just a t-shirt or something like this, not a huge jackets or something. Okay, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below, and let's dive in the next video and watch.
Now that tattoo regret thing is trending, I have to talk about my experience as someone that started getting tattoos at like 14, 15. I got a bunch really young. I'm 22 now, and I'm pretty heavily tattooed. I have all my ribs, my hips, my whole back. Yeah, done. And I have really big pieces too. People ask me all the time if I regret any of them, because I do. Like, you can't really tell right now, but I have very big, bold, dark pieces. And the answer is like, no, absolutely not. I do not regret any of them. I knew from like when I was super young that I wanted to be tattooed. It's like, I love my aesthetic of them and all of that, but I just knew I was someone that wanted to be covered in tattoos. And I think that's the difference between people that have tattoo regret now and people that don't. I always pictured myself with tattoos. I feel like my friends and family tell me that when they see old pictures of me without tattoos, which the old pictures are very young of me because I'm only 22 and I have like a lot of my body covered, that they don't even see that. Like, I look like so much more like myself with my tattoos than when I didn't have them. And I fully agree. Like, even the tattoos that I wouldn't necessarily pick to get now, I don't regret them. And I think a lot of the tattoo regret, I tend to see the same exact tattoos that people are regretting. And it is just that like style that was trendy a few years ago, like kind of 2020, some before that. And it's just trendy tattoos. Like, that's the easiest way to say it. And always, okay, maybe not always, but it's hands and fingers and neck. Places that I will never get tattooed. As someone that does want to be covered in tattoos, I will never get my hands, my fingers, or my neck tattooed. I have the back of my neck tattooed, but that's a little bit different to me. I'm staying away from like the front of my body. I have some stuff that wraps around, but yeah, like this area and like my legs, I'm not planning to get really tattooed. I've always gone to the same tattoo shop since I was a young girl, and they're very traditional style and traditional tattooers, like exactly what you picture as tattooers and a tattoo shop. That's what I go to, which is intimidating. And I think there is, well, not really to me, but like the vibe is intimidating, but I understand that. But I see a lot of these new tattoo shops that are kind of trendy, almost look like hair salons. Like, I don't know how to describe it, like almost look like med spa type things, and not tattoo shops, not artists tattoo shops. And they do everything on AI, they do everything on iPads. It just seems like dead art, and my tattoo artists aren't like that. I basically let them have free reign. They know what I like, they know me, they know my personality, and I am lucky to have like that relationship with like my shop. But I think it is something, it's permanent artwork on your body. I think they should know you, and they should know your vibe and your energy, and I've just never been let down. The stuff I see people regretting is just like stuff that they try to be so meaningful with, and I honestly don't think tattoos need that much meaning. I don't think it has to be a deep quote. I have a couple quotes on me. I have a couple words. I have my son's name, a tattoo for my grandpa. I have a tattoo that says dad, and I have carpe diem on my hip. And my thing with quotes and tattoos is like, if you get something really meaningful, and a lot of times you get it in script or you get it in cursive or a different language and people ask what it says, then you have to tell them almost like a deep quote. And then it's just the reactions will be kind of like, oh, okay, you know, because it's like so deep. I just don't think tattoos need to be deep. I think you're either a tattoo person or you're not a tattooed person. And I think too many people got tattooed, and obviously that's why it's tattoo regret. But that's not common. Like, a lot of people don't have that vibe. A lot of people don't, you know, I just think it's more rare than what it's been made out to be the last few years. And yeah, a lot of people that aren't tattoo people got tattooed, and that's where the regret is coming from. And I think it should be more niche. I think tattooing should be and is more niche than what it got really normalized to be. And yeah, I will never get any of my tattoos removed. Like, as of now, if I don't want any of them, I'd get them covered. The only tattoos I regret, which I don't regret any of them, but that I wouldn't get again, are just stuff that's too small and kind of in awkward spots that I can't get like a really big piece that I want there, so I have to cover it. Yeah, the only regrets I've had with tattoos is like when I've gone too small, and that's what I tell people. And or when girls ask me for tattoo advice, I'm like, just don't go small, just don't go small. And they're like, oh, I'm getting a tiny one, and it's like, no, that actually messes up everything. And yeah, that's my experience with tattoo regret. I've actually only become more addicted to tattoos as I get more, and yeah, you'll never see me in a laser shop personally unless I'm getting something lasered to cover it easier with something bigger.
Yeah, interesting thoughts, guys. What do you think about that? You know, so this lady have another thoughts and other advices. I decided to add her in our show. So let me know what do you think about it in comments below, guys. Bye, and let's go and dive to the next video.
Literally, one of my biggest regrets in life was getting my chest tattoo. I made a mistake as a teenager, and at the time, it seemed like a great idea, but now I'm dealing with the consequences. The regret is real. And although the pain is subjective and I'm a big baby, laser removal is super, super painful. The closest thing to describing it is, it feels like you're getting snapped with a burning rubber band. Since this is my 7th round, my skin is pretty cooked, so I use numbing cream at 2 hours before. Thankfully, Beth at the Removery Camelback is amazing. She's so comforting and makes the whole process as comfortable as possible with ice packs and cool air during the appointment. Afterwards, I celebrated with a mango bubble tea.
Yeah, what do you think about that, guys? You know, it was actually pretty painful. And, you know, I just saw this on the video, and then, you know, I think it's very painful, you know. So do your research and basically, you know what do you want, first of all, you know. As I know that it's really hard when you're a little kid or teenager, but, you know, just try to understand what do you want, because, you know, the removing of such big tattoos it's pretty painful. I can see that. Okay, guys, let's dive to the next video and watch.
I regret almost every single one of my tattoos. My finger is not green, but it's so ugly. It's a tattoo, and I tried to cover it with another tattoo, and so it just looks terrible, and I'm going to get it removed. I started getting tattoos at 16, and if I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have got any of them. But almost every single one of them I regret, and I wish young girls would think about it before they just start tattooing themselves, thinking that they will always want that tattoo, because you are not who you are at 18 in your 30s. It's so crazy how your parents or grandparents will tell you, like, don't do something, you'll regret it when you get older, and you don't see it at the time, and you're like, they're just tripping. But they are absolutely right. I think there are tattoos that are absolutely beautiful on people, like on their arms. My friend Amber has them, and they look so good on her, but they're just not for me. I have one that's from here to here. It's like tribal, and I think I'm going to get that one removed. My tramp stamp from when I was young. This one removed, because you see why it's super ugly, and it makes my ring look fake, which it is not.
Yeah, guys, like always, leave your comments below, and, you know, and let me know, do you regret of your tattoos? It will be very interesting to read them all. Okay, guys, let's dive to the next video and see what this gentleman with his tattoos want to tell us, okay?
So I've been getting a ton of videos on here of people talking about tattoo regret, and I gotta be honest, I've never related to something less. I know that there's other people like me, and I feel bad for them. Like, if you got work and then, at some point in your life, you're just like, fuck, man, I wish I didn't do all that. I do feel bad. That's a valid thing. But personally, I fucking love this shit. Every time I walk past the mirror and realize I have these teeth on my face, I'm like, dude, sick. You killed it. People used to tell me all the time, like, dude, you're going to regret that when you're older. Fucking don't do that. And I'm sure a lot of people do. Me, though, not even one time. Not once has it ever crossed my mind of like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, let's fucking get more, dude.
Yeah, I'm happy for this gentleman, he's not regretting so much for his tattoos. And let me know in the comments below how do you think is. Does he look really nice with his tattoos or not? Okay, guys, let's dive to the next video and watch.
I want to talk about something that I do not see a lot of creators talking about, and that's tattoo regret. Yes, I regret a lot of my tattoos. And not that I regret the actual tattoos or placement, but the work that was done or the way it aged on my skin. And specifically one, I actually don't hate the tattoo. I just got it while I was manic. But here are my thoughts. It is expensive as hell to remove tattoos. Like, I have 4 small ones that I wanted to start with just to see how my skin would react with removing it, whatever the case may be. It was $4,000 starting, possibly more, they said. And I'm just doing the math in my head and I'm just like, I have 14 tattoos. That's 4 that I want removed. But in the reality, I want 10 of them removed or severely lightened so I can get them fixed. There's no way I'm about to drop like 10 grand plus on removing tattoos. Like, I mean, no. So me being me, I'm like, well, I would rather buy a tattoo removal machine, invest the money into that, invest the money into the classes. And with these machines, you can also do, they are very good machines. You can do laser hair removal and skin tightening and tattoo removal. So like, not only will I benefit from it as I learn, but my family and friends could benefit from it too. And yes, I will take a class because I feel like you cannot play with those things. But what are your thoughts? Is it crazy for me to buy a tattoo removal machine? They range anywhere from like $2,000 to $6,000. And the reviews I'm reading details about what it requires, yada yada yada, and it's looking like a smart purchase. What do you think?
It's a pretty good idea, pretty good math. So basically, she needs to remove like 4 tattoos. It's like cost like around $4,000. So basically, and the removal machine costs around like up to $6,000. So it's basically, it's a pretty good business. She can make a good money, and why not? You see, so it's a good sauce, guys, for you. Maybe you can do such business like she wanted, like this lady wanted, and I think it's a pretty good business. What do you think, you guys? Let me know in the comments below, and let's watch next video.
This is for the people who regret their tattoos and the people who regret their tattoos only. Okay, if you don't regret your tattoos, go away. I want to laser them off so badly. This is a scorpion because I'm a Scorpio, if you couldn't tell. That's a dagger, who knows why. That's an 1111, which I think I'm going to keep because it's a matching tattoo with my friends. And then I have one on the back of my neck, which is so fucking blown out. It looks disgusting. And I just hate all of them. And if you've ever gotten your tattoos lasered off, is it worth it? How much does it cost? Is it painful? I want to know.
Yeah, as we already know, guys, that to remove 4 tattoos, you need to pay $4,000. So basically, if you have like 2 tattoos or 3, probably it's around $3,000, something like this. And it's pretty painful. As we already know, it's also pretty painful, guys. Okay, let's dive to the next video and watch.
My dad told me I would regret my tattoos. I was 18, I didn't listen, and I regret all my tattoos, especially this stupid bird. Like, bro, these are supposed to be clowns, bro. They look like pebbles, bro. And, the Catholic Church doesn't explicitly, prohibit tattoos, right? There's no official teaching that says we can't get tattoos. They just can't be explicitly sinful. But in my opinion, the way I see it is I'm going to listen to the exorcists, really, because every exorcist is on the front lines. They're dealing with the demonic and evil, and pretty much all of them, I mean, every exorcist I've ever heard talk about tattoos, they say that it's a doorway to the demonic. Like when they're dealing with possessions, the demons are gonna be like, yup, got in through a tattoo. So no thanks, no more tattoos. Gotta decommission this stupid thing. And it's not worth it, bro. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, what do you think, guys? You know, a pretty nice bird. From my point of view, it's a pretty nice one, you know. Look pretty nice on this gentleman. What do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. And you know, he have a pretty good thought that he shared with us on the show, that you know that if you have a tattoo, it's like a door for demons. I don't know. What do you think about that, guys? If you know something about that, let me know in the comments below. I will be very happy to read about that. Okay, let's dive to the next video and watch.
Please don't get a colored tattoo. I just left my 10th tattoo removal appointment, and after 10 sessions, they said that it's probably going to be removed. Little did I know, they lied. The lady at Removery just told me that they cannot guarantee to remove your tattoo if it has color in it, which I didn't know when I bought my unlimited package sessions. They can't guarantee that I will ever be rid of this tattoo. If you're gonna get a tattoo, just get it in black, please. I got a colored tattoo and it has a black outline, so the black, it's still struggling right now after 10 sessions to be fully removed, and the pinks and the greens are holding on to dear life. Unless you're like so committed to it that you're like, I will never not want this tattoo, amazing for you, like live your truth. I was 19 when I got mine, and I don't even think 19-year-olds should be allowed to get tattoos, to be perfectly frank, but that's a whole other conversation. But don't get the colored tattoo.
Another good thought, guys. No color tattoo. If you want to remove it, it's really hard to remove it, you know. So think twice about that, okay? Okay, guys, let's adapt to the next video and watch.
Someone commented on one of my tattoo removal videos that getting a tattoo is like picking one of your favorite band t-shirts, except for you can never take it off. And that is so true, because now my style is very like girly, cottagecore, flowers, fairy vibes, and I'm covered in skeletons. And I'm like not really into that goth aesthetic so much anymore, and all of my tattoos represent that version of my life. So really think about that before getting tattoos, because you should maybe get some that will match every style and version of your life, because you will change as you get older, especially after you turn 25 and your frontal lobe develops. You go through a major change.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think about that? I wish him all the best for this lady. I hope she will be able to remove all the tattoos and she will be happy with this. Okay, guys, let's dive to the next video and watch.
So I get my tattoo like maybe 2 days ago, and I regret it. You know, this is something people don't talk about, but I regret I didn't get this like before.
Yeah, another gentleman that regret of his tattoos. What do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments. Let's adapt to the next video and watch. We have a lot of today, so I hope you enjoy that.
If you take anything from me, take this. Don't go and get no dumbass tattoos when you're young, because why am I in a sweater in like 100-degree weather? It is hot as fuck outside. I'm sweating. And the reason why I'm in a jacket is because I didn't put a shirt on. I have a tank top on, and I have a dumbass tattoo on my back that is kind of inappropriate right now in my life, in this stage of my life. And so I'm embarrassed to wear a spaghetti strap or a tank top out in public. So now I'm sweating my ass off because it's hot as fuck out here. Kind of picked up the package, but people are probably staring at me like, damn, who's this dumb ass bitch wearing a jacket in the middle of fucking summer? It's because it's cold as hell in my store, and so I gotta wear a jacket. Forgot to put a shirt on. Here we are.
Yeah, guys, just don't be that man that's gonna be a regret of his tattoo and gonna put a sweater in hot summer day, you know. So always do your research, make sure that you want this tattoo, and if you decided to do that, do it, but just make sure that you want it, okay? Like always, guys, leave your comments below, and let's dive to the next video and watch.
I'm 37, and if I could go back in time and have some words with my younger self, probably one of the most significant pieces of information I would convey to 23-year-old me would be, don't get that tattoo. I probably have like 13 tattoos, and people don't really notice them because they're hidden. I've had 2 of them removed. For some reason, at 23, I decided it would be a great idea to get the word magic with a diamond as the dot on the eye tattooed on my hip bone. Later that night, I did take mushrooms at El Prado and faint on the sidewalk. So that's where I was at that time in my life mentally. But I do have 2 tattoos that were well drawn and thought out, and I love them. Some of you maybe have seen the dragon on my foot, or I have like a big pine cone on my upper back. Those I would keep. Everything else can go, including this Diamond Supply Company logo that I let one of my friends stick and poke onto my ankle. I have since removed magic with the diamond on the eye, and I removed a tattoo on my arm, and I still have like 3 to 8 that I need to remove. Luckily, most of them are just dumb little tattoos around my feet. Did I get dice on the back of my arm? Yes. Do I have any connection to dice? No. And I mean, the artist did such a great job with this. I get the words, "Don't tell me to smile," tattooed on my arm. That has to go. A number 3 on the back of my elbow. I mean, you guys, please don't get the tattoo that you're thinking about getting.
Interesting thoughts from this lady. Probably the best thing is, don't do tattoo if you use mushrooms before that. Probably this is the main advice from this video that this lady want to share with us. Okay, I'm definitely joking, but still, guys, try to make sure that you definitely wanted it to before you're gonna do that. Okay, guys, let's dive next video and watch.
Listen, hear me out. There's a lot of things I regret from my past, okay? And I know a lot of people are going to say, you can't regret your past. You're the person you are today because of it. Fair. But I kind of regret the first time I tried crystal meth. I kind of regret how it affected my health for the rest of my life. I kind of regret how it harmed my family for the rest of their lives, right? But mostly I'm sad because all of that came from a place of trauma. But I just want to tell you one thing I am not sad about, and one thing I will never fucking regret. And that is my tattoos. Ever since I was a little girl, I hated the way I believed the world perceived me. And now that I have tattoos, I get to control the fucking narrative. And I do not care how unhealthy that sounds. I get to wake up in a body I like. As someone who grew up having their body touched without consent, as someone who grew up having their body dissected by adults, as somebody who then tried to literally shrink it so that I couldn't be perceived, and as somebody who did try crystal meth and become an addict who then decided to use their body as a tool, because of all of that, I fucking hated who I was. I hated the body I existed in. And then I got to reclaim it. And then, yes, I'll walk into the world and people will judge it, people will look at it, and then I am perceived. But what do they think? I'm an addict? I am! I totally get tattoo regret. I totally understand people regretting tattoos that they got that don't relate to them years later. That's fair. But it's not a trend. It's not a trend. And who the hell said that clean girl aesthetic, something I clearly will never be and never want to be, means you can't have anything on your skin? That's just fucking weird, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, interesting thoughts of this lady, guys. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about that. Okay, let's dive to the next video and watch.
I absolutely hate my tattoos. Every single one of them. Mind you, I think I have pretty tattoos. But I got all my tattoos in the course of a year, like through manic episodes when I was in a really bad relationship. Every time I was sad, I would get a tattoo. So I got like tattoos really fast. And now I'm just like, why would I do that? Like, why would I do that? Because now I want to get all of them removed. And I know this is not a unique experience because I've seen so many people talk about this. And I'm just like, ugh. this is going to be a really, really expensive lesson. Which, honestly, like, I can't help it that I was manic and just going through it back then. But now I look back and I'm like, want to slap myself. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, like always, tattoo regret, guys. Please make sure that your next tattoo is exactly what you want, you know? Yeah. Okay, guys, let's dive to the next video and watch.
I'm seeing a lot of people who are regretting their tattoos, they're getting tattoos removed, all of that. It's your body, do what you want. And I want to preface this by saying I think that anybody who wants a tattoo should be able to go get tattoos and do what you want with your body. I will also say, though, that maybe it would have been best if tattoos didn't become so popularized and they stayed more of an alternative person lifestyle situation. I have 8 tattoos, so I'm not heavily tatted by any means. But myself and then other people I know who are in some type of alternative community, I'm a metalhead, I know goth people, I know punks, all of those people, I don't know a single one who genuinely regrets their tattoos and or wants to remove any of them. And that includes ones that were like crappy basement tattoos that they got at their friend's party. We are getting tattoos for seemingly different reasons than the mainstream idea of getting tattoos because they're trendy. Me personally, my tattoos are all music related at this point in time, and I know a ton of people who tattoo things because they like them and or simply because they want art on their body. And I don't know a single alternative person who's like, oh yeah, I need to go pay thousands of dollars to get this removed. Even if one of the bands that I got a tattoo for, I end up really hating in the future or not liking or whatever, I still can never see myself getting my tattoos covered up, because at one point that band was important enough to me that I was like, I need this on my body forever. I love them. So again, if you want tattoos, get your tattoos, but maybe put a little more thought into it if you're not in some type of alternative lifestyle. Like everybody around me at shows, lots of tattoos, lots of piercings, etc. And that's very normal for us. So if you're just getting tattoos because it's trendy, think about it like a little more.
Yeah, very good thoughts, guys, you know, so from this lady. Always think about your tattoos, you know, that you want to do. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm done for today. Thank you for your likes, share, subscriptions. It's really important for me, guys. Like always, guys, be safe and bye for now.